Hello, anyone can learn to coders. As you know, I'm now going to introduce you to some more important HTML elements that are ubiquitous across the web. The first one is the concept of a link. As you know, links are things that you can click on a website that will bring you to another page. Here on Wikipedia, for example, you can see there are links all across the left sidebar and throughout the article. If you click on anything, it will send you to another page. So let's see how we can build links in our site. Following up from last episode, this is the website we've been working on. It's my extremely popular blog. And let's return to the source code. Here's the HTML for that. Now to create a link, you use the A tag. Now the question is, what do we put inside of it? Let's say we're going to create a link to the Wikipedia page about smiley faces. So we're going to have some text that says, link to Wikipedia smiley page. Now if we save that and then refresh this page in our browser, we can see that this text appears, link to Wikipedia smiley page. But you can't yet click on it because we haven't declared which URL your browser is supposed to go to when you do click on this link. So how do we do that? So to do that, we have to introduce a concept of HTML attributes. That is, inside the tag itself, we can add additional information. For a link, you type in href equals, and then quotation marks. Inside the quotation marks, we put the URL that we want this link to send the user to. So let's grab that. So here is the Wikipedia smiley page. I'm going to copy that link and then paste it in between these quotes right here. Now, if we go back to our page and refresh, we can see that this link has an underline under it and it's a different color, so it actually looks like a link. And indeed, if we click on it, it sends us right to the Wikipedia page about smiley faces. But the main thing to note here is that we have a new concept of attributes. Attributes are additional pieces of information that go within the tag itself. So for a link, we have this href attribute, which declares which link the user is supposed to be sent to. But the actual text of the link that the user sees is this, and this goes between the opening A tag and the closing A tag. Okay, let's move on to the next HTML element. The next one I would like to introduce is the image. Obviously, the web would be pretty boring if it was just plain text. There are many, many images on the web, so let me show you how to add one to your web page. Let's say we wanted to add an image of the smiley face below this link. So we would use the image tag. Now the image tag is interesting in that it does not have a closing tag. This is the second example of an HTML element that does not have a closing tag. The first was this top line over here, this doc type line, and this image is the second one. Now all we have to do to specify which image is to be displayed, we use yet another attribute. But this time we don't use one called href, we use one called source, which is spelled src. So again, src equals, and then quotation marks, and inside the quotation marks, we put the location of the image. Now in 99% of cases, this image is going to be hosted somewhere on the web, which means that there's actually a URL that points to that image. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go to the smiley Wikipedia page, and you can see that right here on this page, there are actually two images. We have this logo up here on the upper left, and then here is a smiley face image on the right. Let's deal with this smiley face image. With any browser, if you put your mouse over the image and right-click, you'll see numerous options. Left-click the option that says Copy Image URL. That means that we have the URL for that image in our clipboard. So if I open up a new tab and paste it in, you could see that we have just the image. Only the image shows up in the browser. So while you're used to URLs pointing to actual web pages, they can actually point to many different things. And in this case, this URL is pointing to this smiley face image. So now, we can just paste that same link right into our image source. So if we just save this and return to our web page and refresh, you can now see that we have the smiley face right here. For my next trick, I'm going to actually combine the link with the image. Now let me show you what I mean. Instead of our link containing the words link to Wikipedia smiley page, instead we're going to make it that the user clicks on the smiley face image in order to get to the Wikipedia smiley face page. So all we need to do is, instead of putting text inside the A tags, we just take this image and put it in between the A tags. We'll save, refresh, and now you can see that if you move your mouse over this smiley face, it turns into the hand, which means you can click on it. And if you click on it, it brings you right to the Wikipedia smiley face page. And that's all you need to know for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to introduce you to a little bit of CSS.